Thank you. What a moment this really is. I've been coming to DE seminars here for years, back when Dr. Sid was here and he'd be dropping keys, and it's wonderful to be in a room here with, honestly, so many of my mentors. And Jill, thanks for letting out the secret. That wasn't the point. So look, what's really more to say? I would like to think the video and everything that's been said here today is really the point, but I'll just summarize a few things. If you're like me, you've been drinking this Kool-Aid for either a lot of years or you're just starting to get a little bit tipsy on this stuff, right? As Tom just said, when you get the big idea, it changes you for life, and it does. It did for me. And how many people here have had some sort of shift today, just today? Yeah, that's basically just about everyone. Bravo. Go ahead, give yourselves a round of applause for that. Absolutely. So the question that I continually ask myself now for decades, that I hope some of you are asking yourselves, is, are we that much smarter than the rest of the world that we understand this principle of chiropractic, and are they just too stupid to get it? Are we that much more brilliant than everybody else that, we get it, but they just don't, they're not up to our level? Is that really the world we're living in right now? I don't think so. I thought that for a while, but it's not really true. Look, folks, it's simple. You had a shift in this room today for one simple reason, and that's because you got exposed to a message. Yes or yes? Okay. So I think the challenge here is, how many of you ask yourselves, how is it that we can be so passionate about an idea? How is it that we can literally dedicate our lives to a principle, to an idea, and we live in a world, we will walk out of this room, we will walk out of this hotel into what I think of as insanity. The measles vaccines, the craziness that is out there. So folks, there was, for a long time, a really good excuse why the world did not understand. And that was because for many years, traditional media was just too expensive. The media was bought and paid for, and to some degree still is. However, due to social networks, how many of you have ever heard of a thing called Facebook? Anybody? Okay. How many of you are on Facebook? Show of hands, I'm just curious. Okay, and I don't mean right now, I mean like use it regularly. Yeah. How many are on right now, honestly? Yeah, exactly. All right, look, I get feedback and questions all the time. Oh, I don't like Facebook, I don't like using computers, I don't like any of that stuff. You know what? I don't care. Because this is not about whether you like to use Facebook yourself. I love it. People go, well, I don't like to go on there because I don't care what somebody had for lunch. Folks, it's really simple. If you like living in the insanity, and if you love living in the craziness of always being in this conspiracy, then do nothing. Keep up exactly the course we're on. However, if you're like me and you dream of a day where we can reach an 18% tipping point that Dr. Riekman has been presenting to us, where there's a day that the 100th monkey gets it, and all of a sudden getting your children, your babies, yourself, your parents checked for vertebral subluxation to find out if you're disconnected or not becomes the norm. I don't think I'm the only one. And if you're a dreamer like I am, then what I'm going to ask you to do is do something that'll take you about 3 minutes a day. Actually less, it's an overestimation. And that's pull out your phones, and you can pull out your phones now. How many people are on Amplified? And I don't mean this second, but use it regularly. Fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. Absolutely. So I have 2 requests. One, if you're already using Amplified, thank you. But my request to you is make a concerted effort to share it with those who are not yet. And if you're not yet on Amplified, then I'm going to ask you to literally pull out your devices now, and I don't think there's anybody in this room that's over 12 years old that doesn't have their own device, and simply go to sharechiropractic.com. because that's what this is all about, sharing chiropractic with the world. And the deal is very simple. Dr. Riekman's going to create the movie of a lifetime. How many of you remember the Centennial video that he created? Best video production ever telling our story. I don't know of a better storyteller and better movie maker. How do you get a chiropractor that went to film school? I mean, everything is aligned for perfection. The only thing that still has to happen is participation. If we had this very moment, the best movie about chiropractic ready to go, the unfortunate reality is it would go hardly anywhere. And so what this is about is you being able to build your practice by sharing your message where everybody's face is every single day, like it or not, on your adjusting tables, even in Tennessee and other places, right? This is not just in major metropolitan areas. People are sitting on their tables looking at Facebook. So we've got to get our message out there. Now look, in the little over a year that we launched this, we've got over 5,500 registered users actively using the site. We've got just under 400,000 shares with just over 500 million impressions. We can do this if you'll step up and participate. So I'm not asking you to spend a penny. I'm asking you to invest a few minutes a day to click a button that says share. Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? That's all I'm asking. I love you because you love what I love. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless.